Hey everyone, it's Meridy. I am back here with our fourth process video using the Woodland Explorer kit. And today I have got all my little embellishments right here. I'm just gonna set that off to the side. And I am working with 3 pictures of my son and his girlfriend when we were camping in the mountains. So it's these 3 pictures. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get them all on there. I think I might crop this one in really close to them. And then I've got a few embellishments that I thought that I wanted to use on this page, but I might change my mind because I was having an idea while I was getting this all laid out. We'll see. This says, hold my hand, a couple little hearts, some tags, more hearts, charmer, another little tag and some tabs. Some more hearts, some florals. Okay, so those are the little embellishments that I have. Okay, then I've got my sticker sheet, of course. This paper that I've been using this month. This is the paper that just really makes me think of camp, like summer camp. This is my inspiration for what I think I want to do. This is the back of it. And then this paper is from the kit. It's $49 in Market. It's just tone on tone. And I might be using that as the background to my entire layout. I probably am not going to use this piece, so I'm going to set it off to the side, and I'm just going to move my sticker sheet a little bit off to the side. So when I was sitting here getting inspiration from this paper, I thought to myself, it would be kind of cool, maybe, to fussy cut some of these and make like a big pennant shape out of little pennants, but I'm not sure. So I don't want to start doing that until I kind of get an idea here. Okay, I'm gonna grab a scrap of paper and I'm gonna cut that pennant shape out of this paper. So this is 5.5 inches wide. So that's half. I'm just gonna put a little mark there. And I'm gonna cut to the midpoint, from the corner here to the midpoint over there. And then I'll just do it again from the midpoint over there to the corner down here. So this is essentially the same shape as these little banners. Okay. We'll pretend like this is a whole bunch of these little banners fussy cut to make that shape. Because I don't, like I said, I don't want to do it if it's not going to fit or look right. So I'm just going to pretend that this is a million little banners right there, because that's how it's going to feel when I'm cutting them. It's going to feel like I'm cutting a million little banners. Okay, I'm going to crop this photo down to a 3x4. So it's already 4 inches high, so I'm just cropping it down to 3 inches wide. And let me see if I have any little frames in here. You know what? I have a 3x3 frame, but that I could just do that with. It cuts their legs off, but I think that's okay. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just trim this down to 3 inches by 3 inches. And I'm gonna go ahead and mat it in this little frame. I think my son's mouth is full of food in this picture when I look at it right now, you guys. Didn't know that when I printed it, didn't know that when I took the picture, but I'm looking at it and he looks like chipmunk cheeks. Full of food. That's kind of funny. Okay, I like it. And then I have all of these that I would love to use, like all 3 of these pictures. And I really love the fact that the trees are in the foreground here. And then you can also see some background. I really hate that sign being in the picture, but at least it's the same color as the background paper that I'm using. So it kind of blends. I just want to get these laid out in a nice array. I think I'm going to cut the bottom of this off just a little. Maybe a 1/2 inch off the bottom. And I do think I'm gonna have to mat these pictures on something. I'm gonna trim this a little bit off of this side. It's very distracting to me, that one tree that was really dark on that side. So I'm just gonna trim it 5.5 inches wide. Now, this is looking better. And I can imagine it with 1 million little mini banners, making that shape. And let me think. Do I want this dark color to be the background? Or maybe it will look better on a lighter blue. I don't know. Or maybe I should just do it on white paper. I think that's what I'm having a hard time with, guys. I'm so used to doing all my layouts, you know, a majority of them on white paper, that I have a hard time, I think, now doing them on a dark colored background. So another option would be doing my layout on white paper, which just looks so much more clean to me. I don't know. And then matting it on this blue. And then I could also mat these two photos on some of this blue. And then 1 million banners right there. I could even put a little bit of watercoloring. I could like watercolor maybe with the mists a little bit. Let's see. I think I'm gonna try that. You guys know how I am about my white paper. And then if I've got my little banner up there, my pictures down here, I can spread a few other clusters. I don't want to cover up too much of my 1 million banners that I've got up there. And I don't think I need the banner bigger. I think that's a good size for my 1 million banners. Okay. I actually kind of like this and I don't want to forget it. So I'm going to start by putting that off to the side. I am going to gut this paper because I think I like the idea of matting my whole layout on it. It was just kind of too dark for my liking because I just am drawn so much to white background of my layouts. So if you like dark backgrounds, or maybe your pictures that you're using, if you're trying to duplicate this layout and replicate it, maybe your pictures are at night around a campfire, or darker pictures or something, or pictures that really pop against this blue or against this blue, use this as your background. By all means, don't make it white. To just, if you like the darker better, if you're working along with me. It's just, I have a hard time getting out of my comfort zone, apparently. Okay, and then I'm gonna trim this white paper a little bit, about 1/2 inch off of 2 sides, so I make sure I'm not designing off the edge of it, because it's gonna need to be trimmed, you know, to put like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mat these 2 large pictures on this blue paper, and I am gonna give them the thinnest mat, you guys. I might actually mat them on that side, I'm not sure. My other paper trimmer that I use to gut paper is so not smooth. Like, no matter what I change the blades, it's just old. So I have to trim off these little edges because they're all chewed up from when I gutted this paper. I just love this paper trimmer so much. I wish it would gut. Okay. And like I said, I am gonna do the thinnest, finest mat around these 2 pictures. All right, my friends, this is looking better to me. Okay. Now I need to add 1 million banners on this. So I'm gonna lay this whole page off to the side. Oh, I've got all these little things too. Got lots of embellishments to add. And I'm going to take this and I'm just gonna start cutting. I'm debating, I don't think I'm gonna try to cut these little labeled tag things. I'm just gonna cut a straight triangle because I don't wanna deal with those little things. And I'm just gonna cut it all the way flush. I'm not even leaving a white border around these flags. We'll see how this works because I don't even know how this is gonna sit right on this template that I've cut out. I don't know how they're gonna overlap right. I have never tried this or seen this done. I just thought of it in my mind. So we'll see if this even really works. So I'll be back in like 5 days when I have these all cut out. So yeah, you have some patience if you're doing this. You're gonna need some patience at this point, I think. And like, if you don't want to do this because it's a lot, I think that you could just cut this paper into a triangle shape, probably, or another paper into a triangle shape, and it would work. But we'll see if this looks good. This might look bad by the time I get it all done. I might hate it. So, and then I will have wasted all of this paper. So I really hope that I don't hate it. So I'll see you guys in a while when I'm done cutting. Okay. Okay, guys. I cut a few. With the little tabs, without the little tabs. It's not working. It's not looking like what I want. With the tabs, without the tabs, it's too much weirdness. So I'm scratching that idea. And instead, I'm gonna make a tear in my white paper somewhere. Maybe not in the shape of a flag. So maybe if I move all of this up a little higher, I could just tear down a little and make this peek out from the back. Like I'm gonna put this paper underneath. And it's gonna peek out from behind. Or maybe I'll make this side peek out from behind, or maybe I'll just take another scrap of paper. I don't wanna waste any more of this paper by cutting more flags because it's just not doing what I envisioned. Let's see. I guess I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna take this white paper and give it a great big tear. Okay, now, since I've made a mess of this paper, I'm gonna go ahead and trim off this side that I messed up, which is the top 7.5 inches I messed up. At least I can salvage that. Now maybe I want this to be hiding underneath there. I'm gonna go ahead and trim off all these little flags pieces that I cut too, because they're just in the way. I could do that across that part, but it kind of looks boring to me. I could do the little camping flags across that part. That's not bad. Let's see what other paper I have here. I've just got the plain blue, which I don't want to use. I have cogs, which I don't think I want to use. No, those look not camping-ish. That I don't want to use. This, obviously, this storybook paper is not even going in the right direction. Don't want to use that side. Let's see if this plaid side looks good. that's not bad. I kind of like the plaid better than the pennant flags. Okay, I think I need to use a little of this plaid, sadly, because I don't really want to cut that, but oh well. It looks so much, it looks the best, I think, out of all of the options here. So I think I'm gonna cut this part that's right here, so I'm not wasting any of this paper, because I still maybe want to try to use some of that. So I need a piece that is 6.5 inches long. And it needs to be a little more than 2 inches deep, so it covers up. Okay, I'm savoring this, guys. But I think this is the best bet in there. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I am gonna adhere this background stuff. I am gonna use a little bit of mixed media on here too. So first I'm going to get the background adhered down. I know this is gonna stick right in here. Okay, and then before I do any mixed media on the background, I think I'm gonna get these pieces adhered together how I like them. So this is just one giant piece for me to lift up and off the page. So I just need to get them adjusted how I want them. And this might take a little bit of time and moving things around. And balancing out the colors across the two sides, across the design as well. Okay, I kind of like how this is coming. I can probably, let's see if I need to use any of these little flags, because I do love the little flags. I like the number 1. I think I can fussy cut a few of these with the little pennant things from the end, so you can see the whole flag. I kind of like with the little flags in there. I'm gonna get another one that says darling. Okay guys, I'm gonna try to adhere all of these clusters together and get them adhered to the pictures so I can just lift everything off as one giant piece. So I will be back in just a few minutes. Okay guys, I got everything adhered together like one big piece. But I would really love to do a little bit of mixed media in the background, and I'm not sure what I want to do, so I'm going to use these 2 Distress spritzes, and I'm going to try it not on my good paper because I don't want to ruin my good paper. I'm going to try on a scratch paper a couple different little techniques that I am thinking I could do with this. So first I want to try just putting, I think I'm going to stick maybe with the orange. I'm just going to shake it up really well. Okay, so I shook it up really well, and I've got my little mat from the Dollar Tree. It's just a little acrylic piece there. And I'm going to get a little piece of packaging because I think I'm going to dab it on with packaging. So I'm going to spray a little out, and I'm going to see how this works before I do it on my layout. And you know, maybe I will use a little of the weathered wood color as well. I don't know which color I want to use. I'm just going to go with the weathered wood because I don't think I want it to be like super noticeable and standing out. And that crackling campfire is very bright. Let's see how this looks. Oh, well, I can't even see it. So let me try this again. First off, I'm going to clean off this so I don't mix up the crackling campfire in there. Let's try this again. Yeah, this is gonna be better. Let's show up a little more. Oh yeah, it's just very subtle. I kind of like it being subtle. I'm gonna put a lot in this background area. I'm gonna put it all the way down so you can see it in between the little tiny gap between those two pictures. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, I like, see how you can see it right there, just barely. I am gonna put a little more up in this area. I'm just doing this gradually and slowly because I don't want to put too much on and then not like it. I think I need a little hanging out just lightly over here. It looks very ugly when you look at it like this with the pictures not on it. Let's see here. I'm gonna get a little, you know what, instead of using this, I'm gonna add a tiny touch more of color with ink and a blending brush to kind of fill in some of this, because it looks really harsh in those two places, right there and right there. So I'm going to get, let's see, what color ink should I use? I think I'm gonna go to speckled egg because I want a slightly bluer shade in here. And I hope this does not ruin what I've done, but I don't think it will. I'm just gonna go put it lightly on top of this so it kind of just softens it up. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't want them to be such harsh packaging marks. Okay guys, do I dare risk splattering a tiny little bit of orange splatters? I'm doing it. I hope that didn't ruin it. But I really love this color and it looks really good with these supplies. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry and hope and pray that it looks nice when I come back. I'll be right back. It's still a little wet, but I'm just gonna set this down and see how it looks. Oh yeah, I think I like that. So I am gonna go ahead and adhere this down to the background, and I'll check real quick and make sure that there's not a couple more stickers or anything that I wanna use on this, because I never even referred to my stickers or the chipboard or anything when I was putting this layout together. So I feel like there might be some cool icons that are missing here that I can come add in. Like, I love this tree, but at this point, it might just be too much of an afterthought. I'll add it. Oh, I like this. You are totally awesome. That's cute. So while I'm putting the last little finishing touches on this layout, I will just talk a little. If you were inspired by my layout today, whether it was to recreate this layout using your kit just the way I did here, or maybe, oh, I have to include this one, You're My Very Best Friend. Or maybe, you're inspired to create a different layout using this kit. You just were inspired to get out these supplies. Or if you were just inspired to recreate this layout using something that you already had in your stash, we would love to see it on our Not Just for Boys Kit Club community Facebook group page, and I will link that in the description of this video. Let's see, if you enjoyed my process video today and watching me work through all of my good and bad ideas and how I narrowed down my choices and whatnot, you might want to subscribe to our YouTube channel because I try to post about 8 process videos a month using our current month's kit. If you are interested in getting one of our Not Just for Boys kits every month automatically, you can subscribe to our kit club. I will link that in the description of this video as well. So yeah, you can subscribe. Otherwise, guys, I think I'm done here, and I will see you all in a couple of days with my next process video using the Woodland Explorer kits, and I will be back in a few days. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.